Get that dog. Get him. Get that dog. Hey y'all. Morning. And welcome to Little Bird Farm. This is Cherry. Burk, 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 burk. Cherry Chook. She is one of our hens. Say hi. Say hi to the people. And this video is all about chickens. Motorcycles. Anyway, so I had someone at the farm to talk to us about heating and air. And his assistant was really interested in homesteading. And they have dreams of homesteading. And he was asking me about chicken breeds, and so I thought that's a really good subject. And I put a post on Facebook, and we have a Facebook page now, Little Bird Farm. And so I put a call out on there, and I said, is there any interest in doing a video on chickens on the homestead and chicken breeds on the homestead? And people said absolutely yes. And so Cherry Chook and I decided to come on and do a chicken video. And she is not one of the breeds we're talking about. She's cute and she's sweet and she's the best henny ever, but we don't even know what she is. She is a rescue chicken, sort of. We were looking at a farm for rent, and it was awesome until we found out the neighbors were sex offenders and against children. So that was a no-go. I called the landlord and I'm like, this is what I found and I have kids. And he's like, yeah, you don't want to rent this place. And I said, no, I don't want to rent this place. But anyway, you tell him, Cherry. But so there was a hen and a roux that had been abandoned there, and we couldn't catch them, but she had a clutch of 10 eggs. And so we took the eggs and stopped at Tractor Supply on the way home, bought one of those styrofoam incubators and all the stuff. And anyway, she's the only egg that hatched. And so we got 2 other chicks from Wholesome Roots. And we had chickens in a townhouse. And that was exciting. But thankfully, by the time they were old enough to really bother people, and by the time we started getting letters from the HOA, my mom had a place, and we moved them out there. So, anyway, we have had a farm before. We sold it about 6 years ago, and we had Marans and Easter eggers on that farm. And then currently we've had Orpingtons, Wyandottes, Silkies, a frizzle rooster. What else? We got a couple of barnyard mutts. We've had a few barnyard mutts. And so this is my opinion on chickens according to the breeds we have had. Now, it depends on what you want. If you want beautiful blue and green eggs, then go Easter egger. Or if you want just pure blue eggs and don't mind spending some money on chicks, go with Americauna or Aracauna. And Americauna is not spelled like how it's pronounced. It's not spelled like you usually would spell Americauna. Like it is Americauna, and Aracauna is Aracauna. And we've had Marans, and they lay a beautiful dark brown egg, and they're a very large bird. And people say they're a great dual purpose bird. That was not my experience. My experience with Marans was they eat a lot. They don't lay very well. They take a long time to mature, and then they don't make a lot of meat. We loved our Marans' personalities. We loved their dark brown eggs. We did not love their production in any regard. Isn't that right? Yeah, I know. She's looking at me. What am I going to do? Not talk to her? So, the Silkies are adorable. They're little foofballs. They're little fluffy mutants. And we love them. And they are great producers of chicks. They lay small eggs, not too often. They have great personalities. They're wonderful with kids. And we love all that about them. And if you're selling chicks, gotta go Silkie. Gotta. We have, my kids don't get allowance. Their allowance is selling animals, selling baby animals. So it was, my kids earned like $65 last year selling Silkie chicks. So that was great. Downside of the Silkies, they cannot free range. They don't see over their foof very well. When our dog Lucky herded chickens to death, the Silkie roosters actually did really well. So we only have Silkie roosters right now. And some friends of ours have hatched some eggs that are Silkie Wyandotte, and that's going to be really fun to watch grow. Cherry Chook here is a mid-sized bird. She is fantastic. Now, I would not count on her babies to be meat birds. She's really narrow in the breast. She's really pointy, but she's fast, and she flies, and she's smart and wily. And she's like our most tame bird, which is why I'm holding her for this video. She lays a medium-sized tan egg. Like I said, we have no idea what she is. Her father looked like a game bird, like colored like a black copper Maran, but built like a Old English game, but bigger. I don't know. And her mother was black barred, and we haven't hatched any of her chicks. Well, no, we did, I think, and it was black. So I don't know, but she's just a good old barnyard mutt. Our barnyard mutts have been our best producers of eggs. They will lay no matter what. We've had a handful from Wholesome Roots, 2 hens, and I think 4 roosters from Wholesome Roots, and they've all been great. Actually, one of those roosters was a cream leg bar, because I still want blue eggs, and every chicken I have lays tan eggs. So what you gonna do? But our Wyandotte has been a fantastic bird. We actually got her as a freebie. A friend of mine keeps laying hens, and they had gotten a bit old. Anyway, so my friend was getting a new batch of hens, and so she gave us some Orpingtons and the Wyandotte and a couple of Welsummers, I think it was, to process and put in the freezer. And we put a few in the freezer. We put a few of the Orpingtons in the freezer, and both Welsummers. And I gotta say, Welsummers, no. Just no. Never again. Never will I buy a Welsummer. People love them. They got beautiful eggs. Nice brown eggs with deep brown spots. They're a great bird. The little while that I had them, I tell you what, I could not process those suckers fast enough. They didn't lay a single egg. But, you know, they were older. So, I mean, 2 years old, they weren't laying eggs. Which for my homestead is unacceptable. Didn't give much meat. They were really difficult to process. Like, their feathers were stuck on hard. And that just will not do. Really flighty. And then the Orpingtons have been lovely. I will get me when I buy chicks next or hatch chicks, I'm getting Orpingtons. They lay forever. A friend of mine had one laying at 7 years old. She died at like 10 years old, which for a chicken is ancient. And the Orpingtons we've had have been fantastic layers, good heavy body for the freezer. Really great birds, good temperaments, not flighty, just a good solid all-around chicken. And the one Wyandotte we have, she got spared because, really, dog, he did stuff behind me. Farm life, I've said too much to edit. I don't even know. Anyway, the Wyandotte got spared the freezer because she's so pretty. But I tell you what, that is one heavy hen. She is an extremely heavy hen. She's sassy pants, but she's still laying, and she's like 4 years old. And she's one of my good hens. So yeah, so in my personal opinion, if you are wanting dual purpose birds for meat and eggs, I would go Orpington and or Wyandottes. If you just want a whole bunch of eggs and you don't care what color they are or how they get there, I would go with just barnyard mutts or some Easter eggers. Easter eggers are going to give you a range of egg colors anywhere from, they call pink, which is kind of like a tannish color, all the way up to green and blue. But if you're wanting meat from them, you don't want an Easter egger for meat. They are really slender birds. So yeah, for me personally, Silkies, Orpingtons, and Wyandottes are where it's at. Silkies for the chicks and for the kids, and just because they're really stinking cute. I mean, oh my gosh, my foofy mutants, I love them. Silkies, Orpingtons, I don't care what color, they come in a bunch of different colors, and Wyandottes, ditto on the colors. And if anybody wants to give me some blue laced red Wyandottes, feel free. So, this is Cherry Chook and Auburn signing off. Oh, before I sign off, don't kiss your chickens. For real, y'all. There's salmonella all up in this place. All up in this piece. In there. You can hold them. You can snuggle them into babies. Don't kiss them. Just don't kiss this cutie face. Just don't kiss it. I know it's cute. I know. It is so cute. And look what they do. Look what chickens do. Love me some chookens, man. Love the chookens. Say bye-bye, Cherry Chook. Bye-bye, people. Oh, get that dog. Get him. Get that dog. Oh, you get that dog.